Today, in this video, we're going to go over a 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe Z71, the one you see right here in front of us in satin steel. It looks fantastic. This was a factory order from a buddy of mine. He loaded this truck up, and I want to show you all the features that it has. By far, the most awesome Tahoe we have had come through this store, in my opinion, to date. And I think you're going to agree. Now, when you think of the Z71, just think of it like an LT model, but it has an off-road appearance and an off-road performance or off-road capability package to it. So what you're going to notice as we look at the front end here, you know, style-wise, black grille, black ice accents, the black bow tie. Now this is actually the illuminated bow tie, which does light up the surround of that Chevy bow tie. The customer did add that. You have a couple of red tow hooks, which are stylish and functional. And then when we talk about function, look at the way the approach angles are for your tires. You know, the way this front fascia is formed, it's formed so if you're going on any trails or anything like that, you're gonna have better approach angles to tackle any obstacles you might come across. You also have a, you know, kind of like a cosmetic skid plate here, but then when we really get down underneath, you'll notice you do have skid plates underneath as well to protect, you know, the oil pan and the underside of the engine and all that sort of stuff. So if you're going off-road, again, stylish and capable. As we look down the side here, you're going to notice some nice 20-inch wheels with all-terrain tires. So you're getting a more aggressive tread pattern on the Z71. And as we move a little bit further down here, you'll see you have the tubular style off-road side steps, which also have more of an off-road style, off-road feel. And you'll notice the black bow tie, which is going to go into that same style of kind of blacking everything out. So all your badges are going to be black. The surround around your windows is black. Up on the roof rack is black. As we go around to the back here, same thing, black badges, black bow tie, black ice accents and trim. Also, you'll notice this does have the quad tip dual exhaust because this vehicle does have the 6.2 liter V8 engine, which we haven't talked about yet, but we will. And also, I don't know if you noticed when I looked at that front wheel, there's a red Brembo brake caliper there, which we're also going to talk about in a little bit. And here she is, 6.2 liters of pure American muscle, 420 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque, linked up to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This truck's got great power. It drives fantastic. And because this is part of that off-road performance package, you do get that dual exhaust setup, which sounds fantastic. It sounds great now, but you haven't heard anything yet because my buddy who ordered this truck did get the performance exhaust system that he's going to have installed. So if you want to see what that sounds like, do me a favor, go over to his channel. It's MFC Off-Road. He actually does fabrication for parts. He does a lot with the Jeep Cherokee, and now he's going to be doing a lot with this Tahoe. So if you want to kind of follow his journey, I'll link his channel down below. Check him out. He's a good friend of mine, and you're going to see some really cool stuff happen with this truck, I'm sure, on that channel. Another package my customer added to his truck is the off-road capability package. And what that's giving you is giving you an electronic limited slip differential. It gives you magnetic ride control, and it gives you the four-corner air ride adaptive suspension, which could actually control how high you want the vehicle to be in case you're going off-road. And you do it with the controls right inside. As we look to the left of the steering wheel on the panel of buttons here, you'll notice you have your four-wheel drive controls. So you have your auto, your 2 high, your 4 high, and your 4 low. You have a mode knob that you can rotate left and right, and then you have a button here that has an outline of a Tahoe with an up and down arrow. Now, as I first rotate that knob, what it's going to do is it's going to change your mode. So it's going to be, you have normal, which is the first position. You have sport, you have off-road, and you have tow haul mode. And it's pretty cool to see that as you change each of those, a little graphic here on the instrument cluster kind of changes with it. So pretty cool little update to the 2022 model. If I first press that height adjustment button, it's going to bring up another page. Now you have normal ground clearance, you have increased ground clearance, and then you can see the last one is kind of grayed out. What I have to do is I have to go into 4-wheel drive low to use that mode. So I'm going to do that real quick, raise this as high as it can go. I want to jump out front, take a picture, and then I'm going to put both pictures on the screen and see if we can tell the difference between the easy exit entry position, which is the lowest, and the off-road, you know, highest ground clearance mode. So let me do that real quick. We're at maximum ground clearance. I just took the photo. The thing looks so much higher. I'm gonna show you real quick. So we're gonna put it in park. Now I know after a little bit of not driving or moving in this mode, it's gonna reduce it back down. But look at the height difference on this. If you look underneath here, or inside the wheel well, you'll see that there's a tremendous amount of suspension components in this air system suspension, which is awesome. It's gonna give you a lot more capability off-road. The next package is the performance brake kit. This is the first time I've ever seen this installed on a vehicle before. Basically what you're getting is a 6-piston Brembo brake upgrade, red calipers. You can see here it does have the Chevy Performance logo on the front calipers. These front rotors are 13.1 inches, so they're larger than factory, and you get matching red calipers in the back as well. Now, if you get this system, there's a little fun fact here for you. The 17-inch spare tire will not fit over the front rotor. So if you get a flat tire in the front, what roadside assistance is going to have to do is they're going to have to take off a back wheel, put it to the front, and then put the spare on the back, because it'll fit over the back no problem. Now, when I was talking to my customer about this, we were talking about getting a 20-inch spare tire. Chevrolet doesn't have one, they don't make one, and I'm going to lay down on the ground here real quick. If we look underneath here, you'll see, it might be a little tough to see, this 17-inch wheel fits in here with very little room to spare. Now this is like a 31-inch tire. The factory tires on the 20-inch wheels are like a 33-inch tire. So you need 2 more inches of space around that whole, that underbody area where the tire is housed. I doubt a 20-inch tire or wheel is actually gonna fit in there. And that's why the procedure is, is what it is, where you would have to move the front tire to the back, put the spare, move the back tire to the front, put the spare tire on the back. For the next couple options, I jumped here into the back seat. Now these are the bucket seats that I'm sitting in. They do move forward and back 4 inches, so you can adjust where you need leg room, whether it be in the second row or the third row. You do have a lever here you can pull up, you can recline it back, which makes it nice and comfortable for your passengers. And what really makes it nice on a road trip is the fact that they ordered this vehicle with the rear media system. It gives you the 2 12.6-inch screens here where you can stream a Miracast from Android. You can plug into HDMI, all sorts of different things. I have a separate video I'm gonna link at the end of this one on this video system. Now, the only thing is, just looking at this right now, it's slightly different than the 21 model. So I don't know yet if there was any updates to this, but that previous video I have should give you everything you need to know about how these systems work. And then the one other thing that's cool back here, which is something that was added, it was not standard, is the power sliding console. So right now you can see, I'm a tall guy, I got a good reach, I'm 6'5". This console, these cup holders, these buttons for heated seats, they're pretty far away. So check this out, give me 1 second. Look at this now. My seat's in the same exact spot. I can reach cup holders, I can reach buttons. There is a button up in the front, as you saw there, to power this console forward and back, which is a really nice option. Now, just like the media system, I have a separate video designated just to this option. I'll put that at the end of this video as well, in case you want to check that out. The next package this Tahoe has is a luxury package. Now, it's a very popular package. Everybody seems to want these options in their truck, so we order it like pretty much all the time. One thing you're gonna get, power tilting telescopic steering wheel. So you have buttons here where you can power this up and down, forward and back. You don't have the manual control. You're also gonna get power folding mirrors. So you hit one button here, you can tuck your mirrors into the car. It also makes the glass on those mirrors heated. Same button you press once, it's gonna bring them right out. That's obviously both mirrors, driver and passenger. You're gonna get memory seat. So you have driver 1, driver 2, and exit position. So driver 1 position can store all their preferences for the steering wheel, the mirrors, and the seat. Driver 2, and then the easy exit seat is nice. You can actually program one to push the wheel further away, the seat down and back, so it's easy to get in and out of the vehicle. That package is gonna give you the surround vision camera. So you have your front and back, you have all your different angles. You can look down the front, you can look down the back, you can look down on the back of the vehicle, down on the front of the vehicle. You have your guidelines that you can turn on and off, and you have your surround vision that you can turn on and off. So you're getting really the best camera package that you can get in the vehicle. With that package, you also get the heated steering wheel, which is a very nice option to have. In the second row here, you do get the power release second row seat. So you can press a button on the side here. Once, it's gonna drop the back portion. Twice, it's gonna lift up the whole seat. Passengers can go in and out. You could also power those second row seats right from here on the back panel in the cargo area. And you also have power folding third row, which I'm gonna press both these at the same time. And we're gonna drop those 2 seats down, which is gonna give you a great amount of cargo space if you don't have any passengers in the third row. Here you have a little small storage underneath the floor in the cargo area. And actually, if I lift these back up, you're gonna see the new 22 Tahoe, just like the 21. They made this vehicle just about 7 inches longer than the previous generation from 15 to 2020. And because of that, you're getting a lot more cargo space than we're used to in the back of a Tahoe behind the third row. If I remember correctly, it's like 60% more space than the previous generation. I just repositioned the truck so we wouldn't have the sun glare blocking up the screens and all that sort of stuff. But just taking a quick look around the interior. For 21 and of course 2022, we have our new precision shifting here. It's electronic, very easy to use. You just pull for reverse, pull for drive, you would press for neutral, press for park, and then you have your L where you can manually shift through those 10 gears yourself. One thing I noticed, which I think is in the 22 and not the 21, is these little LED lights here, which kind of light up the pocket at night. So it shows you exactly where you need to kind of put your finger to pull for those different gears, which makes it very easy. Another option I absolutely love that they put in these 22 models is the 360 camera button. So let's say you're driving into your garage, you want to see how far away the wall is, you have a one touch button right here, you give it a press and it's going to bring your camera right up on the screen. So you don't have to do multiple presses on the touch screen itself, you got a one touch quick button there. I love that. Of course, we have the new LED screen here, the full screen for our instrument cluster. This is new in 22. It's in everything above the LS model. So it's not standard in the LS, but LT and above on Tahoe and Suburban. This will be standard. Of course, you have your driver information center here that you can see them kind of toggling through the different screens. You could also go through music settings, things like that. You can go through navigation. You can go through your phone, contacts, things like that. And of course, you have a whole bunch of settings where you can actually change the layout of what you see and how you see it, whether you want to change each left and right pod or that sort of thing. So there's a couple different layouts you can customize to your particular liking, which is nice. I like that feature as well. As far as the rest of the layout and stuff in this vehicle, I'm not going to go over it too much here. I do have other Tahoe and Suburban videos. I actually have a Suburban and Tahoe playlist where I go over a bunch of different models. Pretty much everything in the 21 is going to be the same as the 22 with the addition of the couple things I showed you with this particular truck. I just really wanted to show you this one because it is an awesome build. It's the nicest spec that I've done so far with all the performance additions on this particular truck. I think it's great, and it's a great example of how much you could actually get into one of these Tahoes. And I'm really looking forward to hearing that exhaust once my buddy gets it installed. Again, go check out his channel, MFC Off-Road. I'll put the little subscription circle at the end of my video here. He's a buddy of mine. I appreciate you supporting him just like you support me. Check out some of the cool stuff he's up to. And yeah, for now, I have to get this truck to detail. And once it's in detail, we'll get it cleaned up. He'll be picking it up tonight.